Another good day. Log press felt very solid. Anything more than one rep consecutive with any weight over 175 is PR. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff in that range that I can definitely do because I've done 175 for 5 consecutive, but 180 for 4, and then I did one more because I want to stay with that 5 rep range. Like next week, I'll try and get 180 for 5 consecutive and then bump it up and just kind of work towards that top end a little slower this time, because I think if I can get to 200 for 5 consecutive, which is 4 increases away, then that'll should put my top end over the 225, which is the goal for the year. So that's the thought process there. We're on to the behind the neck press now. I'm going to show you the dip bar and then we'll check the weight. So there it is. Looks pretty sweet, right? I found a couple on Facebook and Amazon that looked decent, but I just wanted one that had direct path to the ground, really solid, sturdy supports, because eventually I want to be using some decent weight on the dips. So somebody was selling it right near where my parents-in-law live, and I offered them a decent deal and they said sure. So thanks to my father-in-law picking it up and then my parents-in-law dropping it off later on yesterday, we've got a dip bar. So big thanks to them, and we'll hopefully do something decent on Friday, but we shall see. Let's check the weight. I've not done dips for probably 6 years, honestly. It's been a while. Oh, wow, we almost dipped to the 205. It's more of a main gaining at this point, which is all good. Although I called it the forever bulk because I keep losing track of the days. Log press done, onto the behind the neck, hopefully 3 sets, depending on how the back feels. Back felt good with the log press, so we should be good. Upright raise and dumbbell laterals, going to bump it up to 35s, hopefully 2 sets at least, and then rear delts. Caught it. I always fall out. I guess I have big ears. I don't know. No comments. That felt good. I'm going to do another set because I didn't have that questionable feeling in the lower back, which I did have last week, but now I'm 13 days out from El Incidente with the lower back. So I think that's why it was more just, it felt decently heavy, which is all good. Remember, it's a journey, but it's not a linear journey, right? It's always going to be a bump here and there. How you adjust to that bump, that determines whether or not you actually make progress. Typically, second set is better, but no promises. Just got to wait and see, right? Definitely better. All right, we'll do one more. All right, last set. This will be big for me because last week we did, honestly, just one set at 155, and then I dropped it right down to 135. So if I can get 3 sets of 5 with the 155, I mean, it'll take a while to work back up to the 165, but it's all good. I mean, we've got time, right? Nothing but time. All right. Whew. All right. I didn't have to think about my back at all during those, so I think we're on the right track. Tomorrow, there's still more to today's workout, but thinking ahead, I think for deadlifts, probably just try and knock out 455 for a slow 1 rep because we're getting there. All right, so upright raise. I like these. A little too soon to see or to tell if we're seeing any change yet in the shoulders from them, but we're also rebuilding with the heavy press at the same time, so a lot of factors going on there. But it's more volume on the lateral head of the delt, which is the main chunk that makes you look wide, right? So obviously front delts are important too, but having that width is key. So 15 and then probably 10. I'm not trying to go crazy on these yet because they're kind of like a mini deadlift. So just obviously the top range. Little bend in the knees. Stretch the quads a little bit. Quads and knees have been feeling really good since we started the pause full range. Like I said, back's getting there. Back stuff can take a little while, and it's gonna be a little while to build back some of the confidence with the deadlifts because I had an unbroken streak there of a year with not a single back tweak, and that really builds your confidence with what you think you can do safely, right? Now, I've got to rebuild some of that because we had a little bit of a tweak, but you just have to be cautious and not compare yourself to what you've done before. Obviously, I'm trying to beat what I've done before, but I'm not thinking, oh, I need to get back to 550 or 600, right? At least not immediately. I'm thinking, what's the next step from what I did last week? So I did 405 last week, 455. You know, that'll be checking the box, moving in the right direction. You know, uninjured weeks in a row is what I'm looking for. Those felt, not going to use the word easy, but pretty doable today. So I think next week we'll bump things up to 115 probably. But for now, I'm going to rest it and then we'll go. All right, end of the workout here. You got enough room? Should be good. And then deadlifts tomorrow. We shall see. Hope for good things, right? All right. Oh, and don't forget, channel membership, September 15th. 35. This is big on laterals. Haven't done this in a long time. Whew. All right. 1 12-pounder. Might need to be tightened a little bit. Well, those felt way better on the low back. Last week, it's kind of a no-go. Good stuff. The body can recover. You just got to not push too quickly. Give it time. And decompress. I can't believe there's a huge period of my time where I did absolutely no spinal traction, decompression. It's because I was in my 20s, didn't care. I was just like, well, it feels fine now. It's like, yeah, just because it feels fine now does not mean it is going to later on. Like people that don't lift that are in their 20s and 30s. Well, I feel fine now and I have decent muscle tone. It's like, yeah, because you are in that age range where your body's just basically going to build and maintain muscle. But, you know, as you start to get older, it's going to get tougher. It's still possible, totally possible to build plenty of muscle. But start today. Don't set this random number in your head like, oh, well, when I get in my 30s, I'm going to start lifting, you know, or when I get in my 40s, or I don't have time. Like, you're not going to have more time. Time is going to shrink away. And, you know, if you eventually do start at some point, you're going to say, man, I wish I started 10 years ago. It would have been way easier. Always makes me a little sad when I hear someone say that. I hear it all the time. Like, yeah, no, I don't really care about any of that yet. Start building the routine now. You'll be glad you did. I wasn't feeling good today. Right. The random rant on why not to skip out in your exercise routine. I think I just hear it a lot because I'm a personal trainer, and obviously people I know that I'm a personal trainer. So I think sometimes people want to like kind of cover the topic before I bring it up. So they'll say like, yeah, you know, no, I'm not doing any of that, but I'll do it later on. And that way, like, I can't bring it up or something. I don't know the logic on that, but I hear that exact phrase a lot of the time. And I just want to say, and I guess I'm saying it on YouTube, so I like to share my thoughts. I want to just be like, just trust me. Start now and get in a routine. Once you get in a routine, you'll enjoy it. You'll see progress. It's just that initial period. Like, just because your lower back is decently strong in your 20s without any training does not mean it's going to stay that way forever. I mean, you need to do stuff to build your core, maintain your bone density. I mean, heart health, longevity, being able to live a longer life and a better, longer life, right? Like being able to live till 70, 80, 90 is great, but being able to be mobile and still pick things up and move decently well into 70s, 80s, and 90s, that's a huge part of it too, right? Not just physically being there, you know, but you're inert, you know, or out of shape and not able to move, right? There's definitely different qualities of life. And the people I know that lift, quality of life is 100% of the time better. So, speech over there. Thanks for listening. Just in case this video reaches somebody that's kind of considering like, hey, maybe I should start an exercise routine. Just start today. Do not put it off. If you put it off, years could go by, you know, before that point of motivation shows up again. You know, you got to seize the moment and start, and 100% you'll have no regrets. You know, just track your progress, find a good routine, you know, find someone else who lifts to go with you to the gym maybe, or there's a lot of good resources online. I mean, you could look at some of the approaches I use. I'm going to put a beginner routine also in the members only section. And again, this wasn't a spiel to get you to sign up for the members only, but it did jog my memory on that. Mainly it was just a stop waiting and start today thought process. I don't know why I thought about it in particular today. Like I said, I think it's just something I hear a lot because I'm a personal trainer. But it's, you know, it's just like investing, right? Like if you start investing in your 20s, 30s, even 40s, compared to, you know, trying to start in your 60s, 70s, compounding interest, if you can build progress in a routine now, it's going to be much easier later on, as opposed to trying to start later on, right? You know, if you build a 20 pounds of muscle now and you can maintain it, then in your 50s, 60s, 70s, you're going to be a lot stronger, right? If you build no muscle now and then start later on, you can still build muscle. It's just whatever day it is, you know, today is the best day, right? Like if you're in your 50s and 60s, just start today, you know? That's all you can do is build a routine from now and progress forward. But talking to those people in their 20s and 30s that are not exercising at all, just start today, you know. But that's enough. I'm going to rest, decompress, and then getting ready for deadlifts tomorrow. I'm excited. I hope you have a great day. Please feel free to share your comments. And if you like any of the gym equipment that you see here, I'll put a link where you can purchase any of that for yourself on Amazon. All right. Thanks so much. Peace.